Surveying is the backbone of every construction project. But how did it all begin? How did we move from measuring distances with a simple chain to capturing entire landscapes with satellites? In this video, we're going on an exciting journey from basic surveying to advanced surveying used in construction in just 12 minutes. Let's begin. Our journey starts with the simplest form of surveying, chain surveying. In this method, we measured the distance between 2 points, A and B, using a chain. This method was perfect for flat and small areas. But what if our land wasn't flat? Or our points were far apart? That's where the problem began. Measuring directly was not possible. So, surveyors thought of something smarter, measuring angles. This led to compass surveying. Here, we measure angles between points using a compass. Instead of directly measuring distance from A to C, we measure the angle between AB and AC using a compass. Then, with basic trigonometry, we can calculate the distance. But even this method had problems. Magnetic fields affected the compass readings, and measuring heights was a challenge. That's when Theodolite Surveying was introduced. A theodolite is an instrument that measures both horizontal and vertical angles with high precision. Now, our triangle ABC can be measured accurately. Imagine we are surveying a plot of land. From point A, we measure the angle to B and C using the theodolite. This means we can now map any terrain accurately, even in hilly regions. But while we mastered angle measurement, we still struggled with accurate elevation measurements. This led to leveling. With a dumpy level or auto level, we could measure elevation differences between 2 points. This was crucial for designing roads, canals, and any project that needed a clear understanding of heights. Surveyors could now map not just the land's distance and direction, but also its height. But as projects grew bigger, these methods became too slow. We needed something faster and smarter. Next came plane table surveying. Here, instead of measuring and recording, we directly mapped the survey on a drawing sheet fixed to the plane table. This was fast but only suitable for small areas with clear visibility. As cities grew, so did our surveying challenges. Then came Tacheometric Surveying, which allowed fast distance measurement using angles. We simply align the tacheometer with the leveling staff, and based on the angle, we directly calculate the distance. This was perfect for hilly regions where direct measurement was tough. But with increasing project scales, even this wasn't fast enough. We needed something even better. This is the Total Station Game Changer. It is a combination of an electronic theodolite and an electronic distance meter. It measures distances, angles, and elevations digitally and records them directly in its memory. Imagine surveying an entire construction site in just hours. But even this had limits, like dense forests or remote areas. That's where our final leap came: satellite surveying. Our journey into advanced surveying begins with satellite surveying, the technology that revolutionized surveying worldwide. This method is powered by Global Navigation Satellite Systems, GNSS, which include a GPS Global Positioning System, USA, GLONASS, Russia, a Galileo, Europe, Beidou, China. But how does it work? It's all about signals. Satellites orbiting the Earth constantly send signals to our receiver. The receiver calculates the time it takes for the signals to arrive, and from this, it determines the distance. With signals from at least 4 satellites, the receiver can determine its exact location in terms of latitude, longitude, and elevation. This is the backbone of modern navigation, from your smartphone to ships and airplanes. Let's discuss various types under advanced surveying. 1. Geographic Information System, GIS, digital mapping. While satellite surveying gives us locations, Geographic Information System, GIS, transforms this data into powerful digital maps. But GIS is more than just a map, it is a smart map. Imagine planning a city. With GIS, you can layer data, roads, buildings, water bodies, soil types, all in one view. It helps you analyze, visualize, and make decisions. For example, you can identify flood-prone areas, plan emergency routes, or even track real-time traffic. GIS is used in urban planning, disaster management, agriculture, and even crime analysis. 2. Remote sensing, observing Earth from afar. Next comes remote sensing, where we observe the Earth from a distance using sensors on satellites, aircraft, and drones. These sensors capture images using electromagnetic waves, visible light, infrared, radar, and even microwaves. 3. Photogrammetric surveying, precision from aerial images. Before satellites, we had photogrammetric surveying. This method captures overlapping aerial photographs, creating a 3D view of the terrain. With two overlapping images, we get a stereoscopic view, allowing us to measure distances, heights, and even create topographic maps. LiDAR surveying, laser precision, light detection, and ranging. Technology that uses laser beams to scan the environment and generate highly accurate 3D models. A LiDAR scanner emits thousands of laser pulses per second. When these pulses hit a surface, they reflect back. By measuring the time it takes for the pulses to return, we can calculate the distance and create a detailed 3D map. 5. Drone surveying, the sky at our command. Finally, we have drone surveying, a fast, flexible, and affordable way to capture high-resolution images and videos of any area. But drones are not just flying cameras. Equipped with LiDAR, infrared, and high-resolution cameras, they can create 3D models of terrain, monitor construction progress, inspect bridges, towers, and solar farms, calculate earthwork volumes. And there you have it, the complete journey of surveying from simple chains to satellite systems. We started with basic distance measurement and evolved to precise, fast, and automated methods. Whether you're a civil engineering student, a professional, or just curious, now you know how surveying grew to become what it is today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments what other civil engineering topics you want me to cover. Thank you for watching.